right, good morning, everyone. Well, I didn't think you were here, but I'm glad you made it. Well, to start off, I'm gonna, read off what, what happened here. Chad Sakari, the safety compliance instructor at Taft College, went out to a local restaurant and immediately noticed several issues with the scaffolding as it was under construction. He immediately brought it up with the restaurant manager, but at that point the construction workers were gone for the day. He then realized that the scaffolding issues would be a great learning opportunity for his class that night, and decided to have an impromptu field visit so the students can see what was wrong with the scaffolds and research the appropriate standards. But a student in Mr. Scari's took it a step further. This student, Miguel Jorquez, thought about it, and even for hours. I think he lost sleep thinking about it overnight, and which is, it happens. So he decided to contact the restaurant the next morning to get more information on who was responsible for the scaffolding, and eventually, after a few tries, connected to the right people to address his concerns in a helpful manner. The person responsible for the scaffolding was very respectful and interested in listening to what Miguel had to say. Miguel offered to give him a PowerPoint that he and his group from that class put together to better illustrate their concerns. And immediately after he sent the PowerPoint through email, he received a call from the company asking him for more help to improve their job site. So at the end, Miguel felt better, and as Miguel said, his conscience was clear, and he was able to sleep better at night. And it's one of those things where he kind of reflecting on this situation here. How many of us have, whether we're on our way to work or on our way back home from work, we've encountered certain situations out in your community, or just driving by a construction zone, and you see those unsafe conditions, and sometimes we kind of just we're like, and we take off, and we preach it a lot at work and with our employees and workers. So he took it a step further. He went above and beyond what was expected of him. He got his classmates involved in it, along with his instructor, and he made a difference. And not knowing what the outcome would be. You would in a situation like that, you never know if how that person or the other person on the other side is going to respond. But fortunately, they were able to respond, and did take those tips from Mr. Miguel here. So with that said, I would like to present Miguel our ASSE Safety Award, and he's going to have.
So you get something on the wall, and what else you got there, Miguel?
And a $50 check from
Oh, yeah.
ASSE.
All right. Thank you very much for that.